Why Reacher's mother calls him by his last name. Why did Reacher's own mother only ever refer to him by his last name? Author Lee Child created Jack Reacher as an antidote to the crime novels that were popular during the 90s. So, instead of being an alcoholic overwhelmed by both personal and work problems, Reacher is a muscle-bound nomad who wanders from town to town and has few personal connections. He's Sherlock Holmes in the body of Dolph Lundgren, and trouble always seems to find him. Reacher Season 1 touched on his upbringing a little with flashbacks involving his brother Joe, father Stan, Matthew Marston, and mother Josephine, Leslie Frey. These scenes involved Reacher beating up a local bully when the family moves to a new army base. Joe takes the blame, but the incident ends up damaging their father's career after Reacher refuses to apologize. Not much is revealed about Stan or Josephine, though in a key flashback, she reveals she knew Reacher was responsible, but she also knew he had done it because it was the right thing. In the books, Reacher would credit her for making him the man he became, and Josephine even had a World War II backstory where she joined the French resistance at age 13 and ended up saving many lives. Reacher's mother using his last name is explained in the books, sort of. Those who watched Amazon's Reacher might be curious why Josephine only ever refers to Reacher by his last name, while she calls his brother Joe. That might be because on both the show and in the books, everyone tends to call him Reacher. In the third Jack Reacher book Tripwire, there's a passage revealing that Josephine actually had a hard time pronouncing Joe's name due to her accent, but that Jack was easier as it sounded close to Jock. Since that also translated to James, she privately felt James was Reacher's actual first name. Despite that, Josephine always ended up referring to him as Reacher, and nobody knew why. The eighth novel, The Enemy, explored this question again, though Reacher thinks maybe I had started it as a kid. Maybe she had continued it the way families do. His possible child himself got bored of being asked that very same question and added this explanation to The Enemy to satisfy long-time readers. In truth, it's probably no deeper than Reacher being the cooler sounding name.